that's it. Like, that's it. This has won. Go home, alright? Just go. It's all downhill from here. Welcome, everyone, fellow hunters, to your very juiciest PC mods this time around, and we have a Chargeblade that lets every Chargeblade main look like the special snowflake they feel they are inside. Pow! Look at this travesty! A Nergigante Greatsword, one hand swung around with a Xeno shield and neon glowing lights to boot. I mean, if you're looking at this going, yes please, then
how do you function?
But no, it is amusing, but like, you're not going to use this for longer than 30 seconds for the novelty. But what you are going to use, I would say pretty much just permanently, is something very exciting for you dual blade players out there. Because if you're looking at dual blades, what's the one thing that you're thinking would really improve the situation? What one thing would really make them pop off, do we think here?
Bigger.
You think?
Bigger.
Okay.
Bigger.
Here we go.
Perfect.
Yeah, look at that. Sexy on your back, sexier in action. The divine slasher longsword blade, one in each hand as it twirls in beautiful deadly dance. I am in love with this. It's not just these ones. Nearly every dual blade is extended to this length, and I think this is one of the best mods I've seen so far, because it really does work. Yeah, it's a bit silly, but then again, so is wielding a greatsword when you get right down to it, and just for pure style points, it works beautifully with the animations. It doesn't increase your actual range, it's simply a visual little switch, but it just gives you this feeling of pure. Though I guess we'd need one extra in the mouth for that. But moving on then to the star of today's show. Every single armor set as layered armor. And whether you're in camp, no. The satisfaction of achieving both fashion and function is paramount. Or in camp, I want to look how I want to look, fuck you. It is awesome to see this happen. I can finally walk around in my knightly armor without worrying about skills. I do think I prefer Teostra gloves and legs. They kind of give me a greater need to go on a crusade. So you can access armors that are yet to be added to the game, like Devil Joe or Kulve, but other than that, do what you want, friend. You simply open up the program while the game is running, follow the easy instructions, then you use the handy-dandy table of armor codes to select the one that you want, and that's really it. You have to reapply it every time you open the game if you want to keep it, but the big bonus of this one compared to the other layered armor everything mods is that other players can see your changed outfit, so it's not just on your end. Whether you agree with that or not, well, we'll talk about it towards the end of this video. For now, the mod showcase must roll on, and of course, since we are on the internet, there is a nude mod. So as soon as I found that out, I mean, the first thing I did was
Josh, what did you put on my computer?
Now, I know what you're thinking, and I know it's the logical next thought process. What about the female characters? Well, if you'd like to join me in my... Sorry, as I was saying, God, those swords are sexy. If you'd like to join me in my room, then I have something to show. Not you, filthy boxman!
Fair enough.
So, how about I slip into something more comfortable?
My first, my last, my everything.
So for obvious reasons, I didn't get the extra component to this mod, and that is a skin texture change, so it's a little bit more as you might expect, because no nipples, no nudity. It's the YouTube way. Even then, it's not great, but you know, of course it's already happening. God forbid what we have in the future. It's things like this that, like, maybe it might need a bit of policing, because if that shows up in your random lobby, you might have something to say about it. So, well, actually, let's talk about that then, because that's your mods for today. So, where are you sitting on this? Is it, I guess, cheating to do this kind of, well, thing? Now, there is, for example, mods that add every item in the game to the shop, which at that point, why even bother playing? The hunting and getting of the things is the juice. I feel like you're just robbing yourself at that stage. But then again, it doesn't affect me. You're not getting any more powerful than the game actually lets you, so you're not ruining hunts. It doesn't make my life any worse that you've got all of your stream stones before I have. I feel like it would be petty to think so, and really, again, the golden rule: if what you're doing doesn't negatively affect my experience in any way, then go for it. And I don't think that's an unfair stance to take, nor an unreasonable one. Now, there are a few little arguments here or there, though, especially with the transmog mod, and especially the fact that other players can see it. The big one, then, is you can use it to put the samurai outfit on, and the samurai outfit is, of course, a paid layered armor. So if you're getting a mod to circumvent something that you would otherwise have to pay for, yeah, that's not going to be looked on too fondly. Now, Capcom have not made any kind of official statement regarding mods yet, so use them at your own risk. It's hilariously unlikely that anything will happen akin to bans and the like with just pure cosmetic mods. Value changing and using trainers and cheats and one-shotting with infinite damage, because that's floating around, that I'd say is a lot more dangerous. But essentially right now I'm throwing myself into the unknown abyss, so you don't have to. Just please tie a rope around me and pull me back if I yank 3 times. Everything else, though, to me, absolutely fine. We've wanted a full-on layered armor system forever, and anyone who wants this can get it. It doesn't make my life worse that you've shown up looking absolutely fancy, coupled with all of your best skills. So yeah, I think it's okay. Granted, at a glance, you can no longer tell what somebody is wearing, what kind of setup they're using, what kind of hunter they're going to be. You have to inspect them, and it takes a bit longer, but is that really the end of the world? Now, the other one, I guess, then, to touch on is if Capcom eventually do plan on adding a much more in-depth layered armor system. And the thing is, the layered armor system itself exists as these are the allowed transmog visual swap changes you're allowed to do. Anything else, by definition of us not doing it, we don't want you doing. And that, you could argue, is unreasonable, but also entirely their call to make. So again, it depends how this all turns out. The extra length dual blades, I think, are just wonderful. They're so much fun, and they don't change anything, no range, so it's just for a visual spectacle, so I'm fine with them. But yeah, it is food for thought how this is going down right now, because it's fledgling. There's no official support, official comment, official anything. We're just kind of seeing what we can fiddle with and seeing what happens, and it's dangerous, but it's also so very exciting. My name has been Josh then. Like you've enjoyed this, subscribe for hey, sometimes you cannot speak. You'd be amazed how many of them I cut out of every video. Should do like a compilation one of these days. Either way, I will see you all soon. Yes, indeed. Let me know what you think, and goodbye. Also, for those of you who are wondering, yes, there is extra sexified Kirin armor, and no, I'm not going to show you it. Thank you.
Rage Gaming with the video float.
But that's all that's really relevant at the mo, but I'm still gonna leave this up so you patrons know that I love you even though the outro's no longer that kind of relevant. But the new one's being worked on and it's gonna be a truly badass song, and don't worry, I won't be doing any rapping on it. I'm gonna go now. This was shit.